Hello, everyone. I hope you are all having a very good time. So today I'll be talking about building a resilient cyber defense around an enterprise system. I recently saw this picture online and it's quite funny. I understand it that a lot of cybersecurity professionals usually run after this IOC of the team, trying to update their database to make sure that they understand the attackers' ways of conducting cyber attacks. However, I feel like there are three key things that should be considered to build a resilient and a 360 cyber defense for an enterprise system. The first one is security by design, that is putting security in your architecture. And I have this architecture here. When you want to design a security framework, it is very good to consider the architecture of the network of the enterprise system that you're trying to defend so that you can put the right security apparatus at the right places. So looking at this architecture, and trying to build a security by design, we are going to look deep into the architecture to understand how to put security around the enterprise system. For example, if I'm looking at this, I might feel like, okay, we have a web server here and we have the firewall here, and the web server is public facing. Why don't we bring the web server out and put it on a DMZ close to the firewall, or probably put it separately and put a firewall behind it separately so that whatever traffic that is coming from the internet to get access from the web server would not have access to our backbone switch here. The traffic will not pass through our backbone switch. Though that will put a little bit of a much stronger security framework around the web server, separated from our internal, from our internal infrastructure and from our internal system. I think that will, we build and we make the system more resilient and more stronger. That is one. The second one that I feel like we should also consider is asset security framework. On the asset security, we look at it from the angle of what are the key assets, what are the key infrastructure on this system that could affect our business. Looking at those, we can build security around it. For example, let me use this architecture. For example, we have a file server here, we have a database here. Probably on the file server, we have some very critical data on it that should not, get exposed and should not get breached. In that case, we might separate such a file server separately and put it on a separate network and probably put a DLP around it. That is data loss prevention, so that the way the data on that file server is being used, is being monitored, and is being followed. So that way, the security around the file server, which is quite very critical and important to our business, will be much more secured, and we're going to be monitoring it even more than any other thing. So that way, we look at our key infrastructure and build security around it as well. That is two. And the last one is the behavioral security. That is using the IOC, indicator of compromise. Indicators of compromise are such an amazing thing to also follow, which I know that a lot of security professionals usually follow, because it's much easier. You just download these behavioral architectures and put it on your systems, and it's gonna be scanning it against any kind of traffic on the network. Is very, very important as well. So these three methodologies should be used together to build a resilient and a system, an enterprise system that can withstand cyber attacks and can quickly recover from a cyber attack. I believe that these are the three key things that should be considered. And in some of my later video, I'll be talking about cyber kill chain miter attack, as in using tactics, techniques, and procedure rather than using IOCs alone. But for this, thank you so very much for watching.